Welcome to Mang Robert TV. If you are new in my channel, please consider to hit the subscribe button, and click like and the notification bell to be updated in different technology and livelihood education, grade 6 lessons. After this lesson the learners are expected to 1. Identify the benefits that can be derived from animal fish raising. 2. Identify success stories of the entrepreneur in animal fish raising. 3. Make plans on animal fish raising project. 4. Implements plans on animal fish raising project. A. Monitor the growth and progress of animal fish raising. B. Keep an updated record of the growth and progress of animals fish raising. C. Expands, enhances one's knowledge of animal fish raising using the internet. The benefits of animals fish raising and the entrepreneur's success. Most of the animals are beneficial to men. Farm animals like cows, carabaos, pigs, chicken, hens, duck, even varieties of fishes generate income. They are known as livestock, while fish farming is also known as aquaculture. Livestock is farm animals for use in profit gaining, while aquaculture is raising fish in a modified natural and artificial ponds or tanks for human consumption and profit gaining. Moreover, people benefit from them in different ways. A good management profit anyone. The following are the benefits in engaging to animal fish raising. 1. Cows, carabaos, and goats are a source of milk, whereas it can be processed into a dairy product such as yogurt, cheese, butter, and ice cream. 2. Animal manure can also be used as fuel for tires. The blood and bone of animals can also be used as fertilizers. 3. Catfish is a good source of healthy fatty acids, protein, and vitamin B12. 4. Milkfish can be raised anywhere and can adapt to marine and freshwater and most loved because of its distinct flavor. 5. Goats have low maintenance and minimal need. They are economical because they can eat grass, weeds, and leaves. 6. Chickens are raised because of their healthy eggs. 7. Goatskin leather known as Morocco is used in making bags and book bindings. 8. Pigs are raised because of their meat called pork, which is commonly consumed worldwide. 9. Tilapia is excellent for farming because of its nutrient contents and cooking versatility aside from easy to raise. 10. Goat's manure contains nutrient for the optimum growth of plants that can be used to any type of plant. Some entrepreneurs became successful in the field of animal fish raising. Sandy Silencio of Dinalupihan, Bataan decided to give up his job in a newspaper to devote his time from hog raising, after reading the article about the Kuparatabang Pangkabuhayaning Sta. Maria Bulacan. He started taking care of 26 weanlings for fattening under the hog dispersal scheme of the cooperative. Aside from his profit of 1,800 per head, he was investing the 3% of his share to the cooperative and planned to reinvest his profit in a new hog house to be able to raise more fatteners. Because of his systematic scheme of piggery, many of his neighbors were interested in raising pigs also. Henry Maravilla is a citizen of Barangay Pag-asa, Orani, Bataan, a newly hog raiser who is now engaged in pig raising, newly adopted the Feed Pro process of eliminating foul odors in raising pigs. At present, he is planning to have room for expansion for additional hogs aside from his pigs that he had now. Henry was visited by others, especially those who would like to engage also in hog raising because of his inspiring dedication and commitment to hog raising. Leoncio A. Banyares formerly worked from America and decided to went back to his hometown to pursue animal farming with his brother Jose A. Banyares Jr., who is also engaged in pig raising. They were raising various farm animals such as itik, goats, cattle and native variety of swine located at Talamandac, Orani, Bataan. They were operating their Banyares family farm and was featured in Ating Alaman, hosted by Ka Jerry Geronimo about their integrated farm system in Orani, Bataan. Last March 2017, Leo was the awardee of the Provincial Saka Search 2017 as the Outstanding Small Farmer Raiser in Bataan because of his hard work, dedication, and commitment. It was awarded to him by Balanga City Government. You have learned how the entrepreneurs become successful in the field of animal and fish farming, and you were enlightened on how they benefited from animal fish raising. Now let us answer the following. Choose the correct answer in the box to identify what is being asked. Write the answer on your paper. 1. A hog raiser entrepreneur who engaged in raising various types of animals. 2. A fish that is rich in protein and vitamin B12. 3. Is the goat skin that can be used in bag making and bookbinding. 4. Farm animals used for food and profit gaining. 5. A farmer who gave up his newspaper job and enjoyed his life for raising hogs. 6. Raising fish in a modified natural and artificial pond. 7. Can be used as fertilizers and fuel for tires as well. 8. Excellent for farming because of its nutrient contents and cooking versatility aside from easy to raise. 9. Is raised anywhere and can adapt to marine and freshwater and most loved because of its distinct flavor. 10. Produced by cows, carabaos and can be processed into a dairy product such as yogurt, cheese, butter, and ice cream. Planning for the family's animal fish raising project. Animal raising, fish raising can be a source of family income and is an alternative source to an unexpected situation, crisis like this pandemic which the country is experiencing today. It is considered the most profitable business today because it may be done in one's backyard or even in small vacant spaces. Particularly, in livestock raising, you consider not only the animals to be raised but also their dwelling, food, water supply, and many other things. Planning and preparing to raise animals must be given ample time and careful thought. To achieve your set goals in livestock raising, be mindful of minute details. Here is some information that may be your guide and can help you decide on the animals you are planning to raise. A. Raising pigs. Pigs are also called as swine or hogs. They are the most well-loved meat by Filipinos. Its meat, which is called pork, is rich in protein and also the most profitable business. Their meat product varies on the kind of breed history. Common breeds of swine. 1. Native variety, colored either black or black with a white belly that can able to survive and reproduced in a natural environment. They eat pele and leftovers and can loiter in the backyard with minimal human attention. 2. Imported variety. A. Yorkshire is white in color with ears erected forward that can easily adapt in its confinement. Its meat is a source of meat for bacon. B. Landrasa. Its meat is best in ham and bacon, has white hair and skin and large drooping ears covering its face, gets easily sunburn, insect bites, and skin diseases. Its breed came from Denmark. C. Hampshire. The pig looks smaller than other breeds, long-legged, bodied with a white belt around the body, shoulder, and forelegs, with erected ears and shorter legs, heavily muscled lean meat from New Jersey. D. Duroc. This breed has good motherly milk producer, comes from New Jersey with light to dark red and golden yellow color. E. Poland. China is black with white spots on feet, tail, and face with drooping small-sized ears. It has thick meat but does not produce much offspring. F. Hypor. This breed has superior milking qualities. It has a high carcass quality of meat with well-muscled back and developed ham. G. Tamworth. Its body is light and dark red, has a long, narrow head, long snout, and erected ears. Its meat is best in bacon. The right choice of a swine breed and proper management leads you to more profit gaining. Feeding swine. Swine at different age levels requires different feed types to be given 2 to 3 times per day. These are the following. Starter mash. This is given to 2 to 8 week old piglets. Growing mash. This is given to 2 to 6 month old piglets. Fattening mash. This is given to 10-month-old piglets until they are ready for slaughter. Alternative food like camo tops, kangkong, papaya leaves may also be given to swine from time to time. Needed materials to start the project. Requirements for hog raising. A. Pig pen. This must have adequate space for the pig to move around freely. There must be a trough for feeds and water. The roofing is made of galvanized sheets. The floor is slightly sloping to the draining area to prevent urine and manure from accumulating. A pit is provided for the dumping of hog waste. B. Piglet. This must be carefully selected. Check skin, legs, feet, and nails, as well as breed and size. Also choose those that have been vaccinated with anti-cholera, anti-anemia, and immunization from other diseases. C. Food. Many foods are containing various ingredients and nutrients. Avoid giving spoiled food, for this can cause diseases that can be transmitted to humans. D. Care. One must ensure that the pigs do not contract any diseases. Proper care includes keeping them in pig pens, maintaining cleanliness in their spaces, bathing them every day, and consulting a veterinarian when necessary. B. Raising cattle. Cattle farming requires a larger area for the animal to roam around or graze, unlike in swine, but it can also be sold as live meat, or as a dairy product. Cattle breeds for best meat production. 1. Brahman. It has tolerance in heat and resistance to insects and diseases. It has prominent hump over the shoulder with loose pendulous skin under the throat, with the color varying from gray to white, red, and black or black spots. 2. Ongole Nellore. A white-colored cattle with dark gray hump and neck and has short ears with high adaptability except in a very cold climate. 3. Santa Gertrudis. This breed has horns having loose hide and skin folds on the neck and sheath or navel black. Its color is red to cherry red. 4. Bali or Bantang. A brown-colored cattle with males changing to black color during adulthood, with medium-sized horns that curve upward and backward slightly and with the compact well-developed body. 3 ways of grazing cattle. 1. Tethering. A cow is tied 10 to 12 m long rope with a graze hour of 6 to 8 hours a day and should be given water to drink before and after grazing. 2. Loose grazing. It is let loose for about 5 to 6 hours daily in an open grassland to roam freely for grazing. 3. Cut and carry. Feeding is cut and fed to its confinement and is practiced during the fields or occupied and pastured land is scarce. Housing cattle. Provide proper housing for cattle to protect them and have shed at night. It must be dry and well ventilated and free from any sharp edges to be harmed. Troughs must be provided to their shed for drinking water and a manure or pit box in their area. Schedule of work. Although the majority of cows' diet is grass or hay, it is best to feed them grains once a day. Provide them water at all times in the grazing and the pen. Provide health records of a cow and immunize regularly and try seeking to advise of the experts' services of the veterinarian or the office of the provincial veterinarian. C. Raising goats. Since goats are a good choice for the production of meat and milk, its skin also can be a source of materials in making products. Moreover, goat's manure is the best fertilizer for any type of garden soil. Aside from its versatility, goats are inexpensive and economical animals to keep and raise because they simply live on grass and leaves of plants like ipil, kangkong, camote, and tamarind. Among goats, major health problems are internal and external parasites, coccidiosis in kids before and after weaning, and pneumonia. A good health care program includes vaccination for most diseases and is established between the grower and veterinarian. In the Philippines, goat meat is relatively more expensive than chicken, pork, or beef. Goat farming has a high potential for profit. Goats, like cattle, may be caged in a pen or allowed to graze on a large parcel of grassy land. Needs in goat raising. In launching a goat enterprise, consider the resources you have to devote to the project. Personal attitudes like interest and determination, availability of land, machinery, equipment, labor, capital, and marketing, selling are the things that should matter. Also, there should be a profitable outlet for goat products. Common goat breeds for dairy production. Saanen goats. These are the largest of all dairy goat breed and raised worldwide for milk production. The female goat or Saanen doe can produce 3 liters of milk a day. They were the most consistent, the strongest, and most preferred because they can adapt to the changing environment. Mostly they are colored white with black spots on the nose, ears, and udder. Female mammary glands with no horns, averaging from 60 to 90 kg of their long and barrel-shaped body, straight and strong legs. B. Toggenburg goats were considered as the oldest breed from Switzerland. They are best in commercial milk production, having strong, energetic, and very alert appearance with the medium-sized body, usually colored brown or black, with an average weight of 65 to 70 kilograms. C. Anglo-Nubian goats. Their meat and milk are the most compliant dairy type in the Philippines because of their Asian and Middle Eastern blood. They are brown or sometimes a combination of brown and black with drooping ears hanged closely to its head and long body. Their weight ranges from 70 to 90 kg. When matured. Housing the goats. About 22.4 meters of space is needed to house 2 goats together. Outdoor space must be provided so it can move freely in an indoor space with a dry floor covered with a thick layer of beddings for sleeping at night. Keep the goats safe with an enclosed high fence to protect them from predators. Good housing for goats is very essential as they are prone to pneumonia when regularly exposed to rain. A goat house must be well ventilated, clean, and dry. There should be separate pens for lactating does, dry does, kids, and bucks. A fenced loafing area should be provided complete with feeding racks and water troughs. Feeding goats. Goats are known to relish paragrass, stargrass, napier grass, guinea grass, and centrosma among other grasses and legumes. Goats, like other livestock, require the same nutrients such as protein, carbohydrates, fats, minerals, vitamins, and water. During the rainy season, keep the goats in their pen. Feed them with cut grass and salt. Salt makes goats keep a steady appetite, making them grow faster and produce more milk. Goats like to eat different things but rather preferred to eat leaves and weeds than plain grass, and it is advised to put them in a pasture to search food. Supplying them quality hay and selected fruits to supply them their needed nutrients. Weeds and leaves are not enough. Avoid giving potatoes, tomatoes, and kale, they are poisonous to goats. Supply 3 to 4 gallons of fresh water a day, especially during hot weather. Marketing goats. Goats' meats or live goats can be sold directly to the consumers or at local markets, restaurants, and cooperatives, or through middlemen who buy or resell products. D. Fish farming. Aside from raising animals, you may also engage in fish farming. It is a form of aquaculture that involves raising fish in ponds or tanks for human consumption. It is one of the biggest industries in the Philippines, as we are surrounded by bodies of water. Engaging in fish farming is a suitable and viable source of livelihood for many Filipinos. What are the different kinds of fish to be raised? Tilapia. Tilapia is one of the most in-demand fish in the market today. It's a bright-colored fish that can be raised in brackish, saltwater ponds, and other marine water fish pens. Fish growers both locally and abroad are focusing on aquaculture efforts on tilapia because of the demand for it, as well as its rapid growth and productivity at harvest time. Ways of raising tilapia. Tilapia may be grown in 3 ways. Choose what suits your locality, space, and even your purpose, whether for family consumption or as a livelihood project. A. Using the drum. This pertains to the use of big drums to grow tilapia. Because the space is limited, the harvest is also limited, just enough for a family's consumption. B. Using a fish pen or pond. This indicates that the use of rivers and lakes with pens or ponds measuring 1x1 by 1 square meters. This can raise from 250 to 1500 tilapia. C. Using an artificial pond. This suggests raising tilapia in an excavated or dug out the concrete pond at the backyard, preferably near a water source where water supply is sufficient. Milkfish. Also referred to as the national fish of the Philippines, milkfish or bangus is very popular for its milky taste. It is also known as aqua chicken because of its mass, and breeding production is based on chicken and also called as saint. Peterfish is described biblically. It is grown in fresh water and feeds on algae and other aquatic plants. Like the tilapia, milkfish require no special kind of feed for their diet. Milkfish can be harvested after 7 to 10 months of feeding. Catfish. Catfish resemble cat's whiskers with cylindrical large head-long fish and can live in drought season. This fish has become a staple food for many Filipinos, especially in the Tagalog region. Catfish can be harvested between 4 to 6 months of feeding. Ways of raising fish. The following are the common types of fish enclosures used today. A. Dugout excavated enclosures. This type of fish pen is an inland fish pen. A large land area is excavated to create a pool of water where fish can be grown. B. Concrete plastic enclosures. Drums. Concrete and plastic fish tanks are usually used for commercial fingerling production and research development. C. Fish cages is an enclosure made of nets and stakes placed in large bodies of water like the sea, lakes, and rivers to contain and protect fish until they can be harvested. Preparing a schedule of work for raising, caring, processing, and marketing of products and byproducts. You have decided what animal and fish you would like to raise on your farm. Draft your action plan using bullet points of what you want to do, how you want to do it, and what you are willing to do to set your goal. Set a concrete, attainable goal. Determine how you plan to attain that goal that you set. What makes you different from other farmers doing the same thing? Do you have a marketing plan? Do a SWOT analysis. What are your strengths? What do you think are your weaknesses? Are there opportunities you should look into? What potential threats should you be aware of? Prepare your SWOT. SWOT analysis may also help you use external forces you have no control over to your advantage. The following points out the schedule of work when you put up a farm. 1. Development of a business plan. This includes setting the objectives that you want to attain. Required permits when putting up a farm business. A. Business name registration. This permit is secured from the Department of Trade and Industry (DTI). B. Barangay clearance. Need to secure this necessary permit to operate from the barangay where your farm will be put up. C. Mayor's permit and license. Sanitary permit. The local government has jurisdiction over the area in issuing business licenses to operate to establishments. D. Tax identification number TIN. This serves as the business tax ID. E. Environmental Compliance Certificate, ECC. This is issued by the Department of Environment and Natural Resources DENR, after inspection of the facilities that you have built on your farm. 2. Planning for operations. This is an outline of the day-to-day operations of your farm, what gets done, how it is done, when it is done, who does it. Production cycle. A. Development of the marketing plan. This answers the question, what do you do to your products once these become available? B. Establishing your financial plan. This includes budget allotment versus expenses, debt, labor, and miscellaneous expenses of the farm. C. Execution of the business plan. At this point, you as a farm operator can translate all your actions to income generation and experience gain. D. Monitoring. It is important to keep records to assess whether your farm business yields income or not. Is it a profit or is it a loss? E. Research and development. It is best to keep learning and take in new ideas and practices that can help improve your daily operations. The internet is a good source of free information. 3. Taking care of the environment in raising animals. It is important to take care of the environment when raising animals. Some laws regulate the use of a place for animal raising. Laws prohibit the use of residential areas for large-scale animal raising. There is a need to segregate waste. A definite place should be allotted for dumping the waste. Be sure that this waste does not pollute the surrounding area, especially lakes, ponds, and rivers. Animals should stay in their fence and they are not allowed to loiter. Read each question carefully and write only the letter of the correct answer. 1. Which of the following animal manure is the best fertilizer for all types of soil? A. Cow. B. Goat. C. Pig. D. Milkfish. 2. What common variety of pig can able to survive in a natural environment and eats pele and leftovers and can loiter in the backyard with minimal human attention? A. Native. B. Imported. C. Duroc. D. Hampshire. 3. This swine breed has superior milking qualities. It has a high carcass quality of meat with well-muscled back and developed ham. A. Highpore. B. Tamworth. C. Berkshire. D. Landrasa. 4. Which of these is essential to monitor the growth and progress of animal raising? A. Maintenance. B. Marketing. C. Record keeping. D. Breeding stage. 5. Which of the following fishes has cylindrical large head, has a similar part to a cat's whiskers, and can live in drought season? A. Tilapia. B. Catfish. C. Milkfish. D. Carp. 6. It has a strong, energetic, and very alert appearance. From Switzerland breed. A. Saanen goats. B. Toggenburg goats. C. Anglo-Nubian goats. D. Yorkshire. 7. One of the biggest industries in the Philippines is we are surrounded by water. A. Goat raising. B. Fish farming. C. Cattle raising. D. Hog raising. 8. What is the harvesting age of tilapia? A. 3 months. B. 4 months. C. 5 months. D. 6 months. 9. Which of the following pens is suited for tilapia raising? A. Drums. B. Artificial pond. C. Dugout. D. All of these. 10. Which of the following could help in improving animal farming operations? A. Internet. B. Research. C. Persons with expertise. D. All of these.